Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's game announcements for the first week of February, so let's get started. Our first game this week is the modern collectible card game Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions. Take your custom built deck and challenge friends, foes, and AI with crossplay on PC, and multiple game modes and over 400 cards are available right from the start. THQ Nordic confirmed that Darksiders War Mastered Edition is releasing April 2nd on the Switch. This is the first of the 3 games in this action-adventure hack-and-slash series where you play as the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Gameloft is bringing Modern Combat 3 Blackout to the Switch next month. This port of the popular mobile game is tailored specifically for the Switch with several multiplayer mode options, a solo campaign, and unified progression. Discover the history of the Valkyrie in Neverwinth. Battle Norse legends and uncover hidden secrets in this Dark Souls-like action-adventure game with 5 playable characters releasing later this year. Another Side is a fantasy game that takes players into a surreal dream world where they experience the heartful story of a blind girl who was guided by a cat through an enchanting tale full of unexpected events. Big Ben is bringing TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge to the Switch later this year, featuring 24 officially licensed riders and over 10 tracks with full customization options in a career mode. Announced in the latest issue of Famitsu, Yumeniki Dream Diary is an action-adventure horror game releasing February 21st. Full English support is expected in the Japanese eShop. Engage in air combat in Warplanes WW2 Dogfight, where you take control of warplanes during the Second World War with separate campaigns for each side and over 30 historical planes. Grow your own farm or cooperate with friends and farm together. Raise all types of crops or animals, and some you can even choose to be as pets, all either alone or with others in online multiplayer. Vigil the Longest Night is a 2D mystery side-scroller set in medieval times. Layla controls time with her abilities, which she uses to destroy her enemies and for puzzle solving. Shred 2 is a freestyle mountain biking game that's all about landing tricks, featuring over 40 levels inspired by real-life locations with cinematic camera angles. A few weeks ago, Moro Chronicles Hyper was announced for Japan, but this week we got confirmation from Idea Factory that it will be getting localized in the eShop later this spring. The King's Bird is a momentum-based platformer that seemingly combines precision platforming and physics-based gliding, releasing February 12th. The puzzle thriller Those Who Remain focuses on storytelling and suspense. Stay near the light to avoid death. Seems simple enough, but not when you have monsters chasing you out for blood. The arcade twin-stick dungeon shooter Iron Cryptical is releasing February 13th. Play with up to 4 players locally and smash through all sorts of enemies, grab loot, and upgrade it to unlock even more powerful skills. The Blind Prophet is a point-and-click narrative adventure game featuring mind-bending puzzles, ethical choices which drive the story's narrative, and comic art style cinematics. Releasing February 7th, The Stillness of the Wind has you playing as Thalma, who lives alone on her farm, where she tends to her animals and quickly develops a routine on how to handle the quiet life. The high-octane, classic-style side-scrolling shoot-'em-up Devil Legend features 8 game modes and 6 incredibly detailed stages. Crack all the saves and access denied. Try your hand at 36 different puzzles to solve with no hand-holding tutorials to worry about. The Lost Light of Sisu is a platformer that explores an undiscovered planet, uses a variety of strange and wonderful powers to solve various puzzles, featuring over 40 levels and non-linear gameplay. Cinders is a Western visual reimagining of the original Cinderella story, featuring multiple endings and over 120 decision points. Caresoft continue their Switch support with yet another sim. Pocket Academy 2 has you expanding a school when it releases February 7th. The retro-futuristic shooting racer Mercury Race features over 15 circuits and 8 different ships, each with their unique features and attributes. Murder Detective Jack the Ripper is a mystery thriller detective game that will have branching dialogue paths for good and evil. Born Punk is a Kickstarter project starting February 5th. This is a cyberpunk point-and-click adventure game telling a story about tragedy and strife. Dive into the immersive experience of mental illness and try to stay afloat as everyday situations twist into frightening visions and fracture minds. Take the role of a food truck owner in Food Truck Tycoon. Keep the customers happy and don't make them wait in 60 different levels featuring all types of delicacies. Solve environmental puzzles in Vectronom, featuring a challenging single-player story, a level editor, and local co-op with friends. Forever Entertainment is bringing the arcade game where you control the waves and surf fingers with over 20 characters to choose from. The backwards parody platformer, spoiler alert, lets you play the game backwards as if you just finished it, so you're working your way back to the start. Love is releasing just in time for Valentine's Day, featuring 16 insane challenges tuned for speedrunners. And that's all the game announcements we'll be covering this week. Nintendo's fiscal reports are out, and they've sold over 32 million Switches in less than 2 years, which I personally think is an amazing accomplishment. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. See ya!